So you've probably watched like a trillion YouTube videos and know how to maybe like slice a carrot, slice an onion. Some chefs are using it as a way to refine their skills, learn brand new skills like butchering a tuna. And in a place like London, they learn how to make pizza and then literally open up a pizza restaurant.
Can we talk about the butchering of the tuna? Because it was a huge
Isn't that
tuna.
cool?
Yeah, tell us what that is all about.
It's a terrific story. There's this really great chef in London called James Lowe who ran a restaurant called Lyle's that was literally one of the best restaurants in London. And he knew his British food inside and out. He had no idea how to butcher a tuna. He got his hands on a tuna, 400-pound fish delivered to his restaurant, realized he didn't know how to do it, how he was going to cut it up, a very, very expensive piece of fish. So beforehand, he had all the chefs, and he did, watch hours of Japanese butchering tuna with like samurai-like swords. It turns out they didn't even have the right knives to do it. And lo and behold, he learned how to butcher a tuna, and then he got like 3 or 4 of them and started making these miraculous tuna dishes. But to learn that skill, rather than like buy a bunch of weird cookbooks or bring in an expert, he watched YouTube videos, literally YouTube videos, to learn that craft.
Chris, what I love about this is like YouTube videos for instructional purposes is something that I do as the parent of kids who can't build anything that comes with, instruction manuals.
Help me.
But it's not something that, just amateurs are using. This is something that like real professional, serious chefs are using, not just to build their brand, but also to really supplement the idea of education in a more traditional way.
Yeah, everything I know how to do on Microsoft PowerPoint, I know from Google. How do I do
so
it
true.
on Microsoft PowerPoint? And I feel like what's great about this for chefs is that a lot of this would require going to culinary school or staging somewhere very, very far away. And while, those things are still so important, learning a thing that you're going to do for just part of your business or something that's really new and exciting that you want to start right away, suddenly there's this tool that is very viable and very useful.
You know what I find too interesting, Chris, is that I feel like chefs, and Kate has this in the story, that they didn't used to share things like recipes. My husband likes to cook. There are certain recipes he will not share. He's like, if you want to eat it, you got to come and eat it at my place. But it's just but I find it interesting that YouTube kind of is like, here, see what we're doing, learn how to do it.
Yeah, like the recipe for Coke, the greatest secret in world history. Yeah, and it has changed. Social media has broadened the footprint of what people feel like they can participate in. So you feel like you're participating in restaurants that you'll never go to because you live far away, but you're watching videos about them on TikTok. And the same thing goes with dining. It's all much more about sharing technique, sharing recipes than it ever has been before. And it kind of enriches everybody.
Well, speaking of dining, it's a special day because Kate Crater is here in our Bloomberg Interactive Brokers studio. Usually you're in London, but you're back. It's been a few years that you've lived there. And one thing that you write about for the current edition of Bloomberg Pursuits is the way that New York City vibes, culture, food have actually permeated London's food.
I'd like to think that I'm responsible for that, but I think it's an even bigger shift
You
than
are.
me. Thank you,
It's
Carol.
happened at the
Thank
same
you.
time, okay?
Yeah, not a coincidence. But it's funny because Brand USA is not huge in every part of the world, and tourism is down. I think there's going to be, by the end of the year, there'll be 2.5 million less visitors to New York City, international visitors, than there were, they were expected to have come.
It's like real numbers.
Like literally, it makes a difference. But over in London, that New York vibe is going strong. People love it. And it's manifesting in some really cool ways. Like there's oceans of martinis being poured. And martinis are, believe it or not, a drink that originated in New York City. There's all these like oyster platters. There's hamburgers on fancy menus that you wouldn't have seen them before. There's steak. And there's also just an energy, whether you know it or not, when you go and eat in a New York City dining room, there's an energy. It's fun. It's like a party. Like people's houses and kitchens are small here, and they tend to entertain at restaurants. And so now London has adopted that energy, and I, for one, am here for it.
It's so fascinating, especially against the backdrop of it feels like we've had some of our strategists go over to like Europe or London and kind of apologize for being an American. Like, so it's interesting to see this happening, especially in London where it's such an international public.
Yeah, no, I think in general, Londoners and Brits are not like, oh, you're from New York, welcome. We're so happy you're here.
Interestingly enough, we haven't been sent over there.
No, why is that?
I don't know if we're welcome.
What did we do? What?
Kate, are they calling them chips or French fries?
That's a good question. I think it might still be chips. So not 100%, not 100% New York, US, but getting there. We're getting there, baby steps.
I mean, pizza in London, good?
Pizza in London has gotten great, Carol. Like when you come to visit me, finally, we're going to go eat some pizza and you're going to be delighted. It's gotten really good.
Actually, about a year and a half ago, I went over to visit my daughter who was in London, and we did visit Kate, and we did pick her brain for restaurants,
What?
and we did have
I
pizza. I
forgot
can't
you got to
remember
go
where.
there. Okay.
I don't know that it was placed, but anyway.
Okay, so maybe next time we go visit Kate Creator, we will bring a nice gift, like an expensive watch.
Oh, okay. We're
Please.
talking. Yeah. What's going on with green watches? I mean, come on, Chris.
Oh my God, you guys are speaking my language. It's not just any green. There is a current trend among luxury watches for mint green watches. It's a kind of a hazy color that could be pistachio, could be slate green, could be seafoam green. And watch brands from Oris to Richard Mille to Rolex are all like happen to release them at once, and now it's like the hot color and everybody wants one. It's a color that a few years ago nobody would have even looked at on your wrist, and now people are waiting in line outside of Rolex stores to get them.
Chris, how classic is a color such as this on a timepiece that you're meant to keep for your entire life? Like in a couple of years, if somebody buys one of these things, are they gonna not want to wear it because this color is out?
That feels like a loaded question, Tim. I actually happen to love this color, and when I saw it on a particular Gerard Perregaux watch at Watches and Wonders, the trade show earlier this year, I thought this is it. Like this, if I had $70,000 to spend on a watch, which I absolutely will never have, I would buy that watch. It's not a loud color. It's not like a fire engine red or a neon orange or something that kind of feels like of a time with an era. It is kind of a timeless color. However, you got to really love it. To have a bold color of a watch, it has to really match your vibe for sure.